In the corridors of political and financial power, one name has recently drawn both fascination and controversy: Barron Trump, the youngest son of former U.S. President Donald Trump. At just 18, Barron is reportedly managing a crypto portfolio worth over $200 million, much of it built on early and aggressive investments in digital assets. But what makes this story more remarkable is that Barron is said to have inspired not only his father, but the entire Trump family to step boldly into a market that Donald Trump himself once dismissed as a scam. Few could have predicted such a dramatic reversal. For years, Donald Trump was one of the most outspoken critics of cryptocurrencies, calling them thin air and a tool for criminals. Today, however, the former president stands as one of the most vocal political supporters of digital assets in the United States, a transformation that reflects both personal ambition and a rapidly changing global financial landscape. To Trump supporters, this shift signals an America willing to embrace innovation. But to financial analysts and geopolitical observers, it raises deeper questions. Is this newfound relationship between the Trump family and crypto a genuine strategic vision for the U.S. economy? Or merely a calculated move to profit from the rise of $1 trillion market that challenges the supremacy of the U.S. dollar? Let's rewind to 2019, when Donald Trump was still in the Oval Office. On Twitter, now X, he wrote bluntly, "I am not a fan of Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies. They are not money." He went further, saying that cryptocurrencies were highly volatile, based on nothing, and could facilitate crime, money laundering, and illicit trade. He ended with a familiar declaration that the US dollar was the only real currency in the world. For the global crypto community, Trump's statement was nothing short of a bombshell. Here was a symbol of American capitalism, openly rejecting what many saw as the future of finance. Almost overnight, Trump became crypto's public enemy number one, a man viewed as out of touch with the decentralization and financial freedom that Bitcoin represented. But the world changes faster than anyone can imagine. By the time the 2024 US election season arrived, Donald Trump had made a stunning U-turn. The same man who once mocked Bitcoin as an illusion now embraced it as a pillar of innovation and, more importantly, as a strategic asset in America's economic arsenal. Between 2021 and 2024, the global financial order had shifted dramatically. While the US dollar continued to dominate roughly 88% of global transactions, challenges were emerging from the East. China quietly launched its digital currency, the ECNY, or digital yuan, already tested by over 200 million people across major cities including Beijing, Shanghai, and Shenzhen. Even at the 2022 Beijing Winter Olympics, foreign visitors could pay using China's digital currency instead of Visa or MasterCard. For Beijing, the ECNY was more than a technological project. It was a financial weapon, designed to reduce dependence on the US dollar in global trade. Meanwhile, the European Central Bank accelerated its plans for a digital euro, declaring that the euro must evolve to survive in the digital age. And beyond the West, nations such as Russia, India, Iran, and Brazil, members of the BRICS bloc, were testing alternative payment systems to bypass the dollar. Russia, cut off from the SWIFT banking network, built its own SPFS system and promoted trade in rubles and yuan. India launched its digital rupee pilot, while Iran and Brazil explored a joint BRICS currency to lessen Washington's influence. Individually, these steps seemed small, but together, they signaled the slow erosion of America's most powerful weapon, the dollar's dominance. Donald Trump, a businessman long before he was a president, recognized what that meant. He understood that if the world no longer needed the dollar to trade, America's financial throne could begin to tremble. In Trump's view, economics had never been just about numbers. It was about power. And if crypto was the next frontier of financial power, he would not be left behind. So in the heat of his 2024 campaign, Trump made a 180-degree turn, publicly endorsing cryptocurrencies and even launching his own token, the Trump coin. What began as a campaign novelty soon exploded into a digital gold rush. Initially priced at just a few dollars, the coin soared to $70 after his election victory, turning what started as political branding into a massive financial phenomenon. But behind the spectacle, critics wondered, was this about making America great again, or about building a new Trump financial empire? After leaving the White House in 2021, the Trump family faced mounting challenges, not in politics, but in banking. Several major institutions, including Deutsche Bank and Signature Bank, distanced themselves from the Trump Organization amid ongoing investigations and public scrutiny. With traditional finance turning its back, crypto offered an unexpected lifeline. And in classic Trump fashion, he seized the opportunity. The Trump coin's theoretical market cap, based on nearly 1 billion tokens, once reached $70 billion, 10 times Donald Trump's previous net worth. Even after prices fell to around $7, digital wallets linked to the family reportedly held 800 million tokens, worth roughly $5 billion. A staggering sum earned not through real estate, but through digital speculation. The spotlight has since shifted to Baron Trump. According to reports, the young Trump allegedly made over $200 million in profits by shorting cryptocurrencies during the recent market crash, a strategy that bets on falling prices. By leveraging positions up to 50 times his investment, Baron is said to have turned $20 million into a billion-dollar trade, profiting as Bitcoin fell 17% from $122,000 to $101,000. Such precision has raised eyebrows. How could Baron have predicted market timing so accurately? Observers note that the Trump family, with its political and media influence, often moves markets through statements alone. When Donald Trump tweets or speaks, global markets react. His endorsement of crypto sent altcoins soaring tenfold. His warnings to China shook stock indices overnight. If one knew these statements in advance, profits could be almost guaranteed. Analysts call it the gray zone between policy and profit. For ordinary investors, that border might mean market manipulation, but for a sitting or former president, it can simply be called economic policy. This is the paradox at the heart of the Trump crypto nexus, the intersection of power, information, and immense wealth. Today, the Trump family occupies a unique position, straddling the worlds of politics and decentralized finance. In a system where information itself is money, few hold greater leverage. Supporters call it financial genius. Critics warn it blurs the line between governance and self-interest. And as cryptocurrencies become tools of statecraft, used by nations from China to Russia to bypass the dollar, America's own political elite has entered the same digital battlefield. This raises a profound question for democracy. Can a nation's leader also be an active player in a volatile, borderless financial market? When a single statement from a president can shift billions in value, the boundary between policy and profit becomes almost impossible to define. And that, more than any single coin or trade, may be the true story of our digital age. From Wall Street to the blockchain, power is evolving. Baron Trump may be called the crypto prince, but the empire taking shape around him is far larger. a fusion of politics, technology, and money, unlike anything the world has seen. Whether history will remember it as innovation or manipulation remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, in the new economy of power and code, the next battle for global influence has already begun.